This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. 25 years ago this month, 26-year-old Roland Lucas went missing while hiking near the Perry-Letcher County line. His family is still desperate for answers and is offering a reward for anyone with information on where to find him. WYMT's Katie Cook talked with his older sister today about what it would mean for them to learn what happened way back in 1994.
This cemetery in Whitesburg is where most of the Lucas family is laid to rest.
There's only 2 of us left. My whole family, the rest of them are buried here behind me.
With her mother and a couple of other siblings now gone, Lonnie Lucas is searching for answers now more than ever.
My family died not knowing where he is.
Her brother, Roland Lucas, went hiking with some friends up Little Shepherd Trail nearly 30 years ago.
And he went down in there and never come back out.
And to this day, the thought of where Roland could be haunts his family deeply.
Guys that are hitchhiking, we look to see if it's him. I mean, we don't never stop thinking about him.
So much that they are offering a $10,000 reward for information that leads to his location.
We're not going to harm nobody or do anything. Just if you know something, please come forward.
25 years later and still searching.
You know, you think that we're going to forget it. You never forget it.
Still not giving up hope.
But as long as God lets me here, I'm not going to stop.
That one day, Roland Lucas can finally lay to rest with his family. In Letcher County, Katie Cook, WYMT Mountain News.
The family is offering a $10,000 reward for the next 30 days. If you have any information on the location of Roland Lucas, you are asked to contact your local police department. Last night we told you about a Floyd County father being indicted on criminal abuse charges. Today we also learned the child's mother was also indicted. Investigators say Kayla Hamilton abused or let someone else abuse their infant child between April and late June. The child received numerous broken bones. Hamilton, along with the father, Kenneth Mills, faces 5 counts of criminal abuse.
Overall, it's been a pretty beautiful day here in the mountains. A little hot and humid, and of course dealing with a few of those scattered rain chances. As we look up into parts of the Mountain Parkway over into Slade, Powell County, they dealt with a few showers over there. Hopefully cooled them off a little bit. You can see those clouds starting to clear over there. Looking into Jackson, they've been dry as a bone today. You'll notice temperatures 87 degrees. The dew point of 72, definitely on the muggy side and feeling like those lower 90s. So still very hot and humid over there, and you can see plenty of sunshine as well. Most of us dealing with the upper 70 or really upper 80s. Wish we were dealing with the upper 70s, upper 80s to lower 90s. Our friends in Moorhead actually are dealing with those upper 70s. They saw a few scattered rain chances earlier today. But there's those dew points, upper 60s, lower 70s. You guys know that's that oppressive category. So definitely feeling very muggy outside, which is why it's starting to feel a little bit warmer and definitely feeling a couple degrees warmer than it actually is. But there's satellite and radar. Most of us have remained on that drier side. Some of our friends over into parts of our western county have definitely seen a little bit more of those showers. You can see just a few still hanging on if we're looking over into parts of Jackson County. That's starting to move into parts of a little bit of Owsley and into Lee County as well. Maybe some showers moving into parts of Laurel County, just some showers, maybe a few lightning strikes, but nothing on the severe side. But as we head into tomorrow, we're going to see Barry arrive, going to bring us a little bit more rain. And after that, those hot temperatures return very quickly and even more rain on the way. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
All right, Paige, thank you. The Pike County Fiscal Court is working with the Army Corps of Engineers on a 4-phase project to keep Fish Trap Lake clean. WYMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to county officials who say the partnership is important to helping the area become a tourist destination.
A day on the lake is an eastern Kentucky summer pastime for families, animals, and trash.
I think it got to a point that people didn't enjoy Fish Trap very much. They just didn't want to be on the lake because of the debris and stuff that was on it.
But the Pike County Fiscal Court is working with partners to make sure that's no longer an issue.
The Corps helping us. And then the county employees, you know, we load out up there.
In January, the county received a grant for more than $125,000 from the Department for Local Government, which is being used to complete a 4-phase cleanup project at Fish Trap Lake.
We're on our second cleanup right now.
The first phase of the cleanup happened in May, and Robertson says he has already seen an increase in lake use.
It's helped a whole lot to get the lake cleaned up. We've got a lot more people using the lake now.
But he says the increase also comes from the new attractions brought by the owners of the East Kentucky Marina.
That gives, the children and people more things to do at the lake.
Commissioner Jason Tackett says the cleanup efforts and the new attractions go hand in hand to create a better environment.
It just helps the economy strive. It makes a difference for Pike County.
He says it comes down to showing pride for the region and keeping things clean. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The final 2 phases are expected to be completed later this year. Officials say the project was broken up to keep the debris at a minimum throughout the year. After more than 600 public comments, state officials have pulled a proposed tattoo ban. The proposal would have banned tattooing over freshly scarred skin. Tattoo artist Draven Gayhart in Hazard says any professional artist knows not to do that because of the effects. But when it is healed and you can perform a tattoo, he says it is an unexplainable feeling.
Any tattoo you do is great when you see the client's reaction when they love it. But when you take something that they're living with and it's either a bad memory or a painful time and you can camouflage that or disguise it, the reaction is priceless.
The proposal also updated the disinfectant and equipment sterilization process, as well as parental consent for a minor wanting a tattoo with a parent present. Jim Beam is thanking first responders for battling a blaze that destroyed 45,000 barrels of bourbon. The company released an open letter saying it regrets the environmental impact of the fire. Bourbon runoff flowed into nearby water, killing thousands of fish. Lightning sparked the fire in Woodford County earlier this month. In the letter, Jim Beam officials said they raise our glass to those who put out the flames. In Woodford County, police say a Versailles man was arrested after he used a cell phone to record his ex-girlfriend while she was in the bathroom of her home. Police say the woman found the cell phone that had an 80-minute video of her on it. Investigators say the ex-boyfriend, Brian Connor, was seen in the video placing and retrieving the phone. He is charged with voyeurism. R&B singer R. Kelly will remain in jail. In court today, a federal judge ordered the artist be held without bond. Kelly is facing federal sex crime charges. Those charges are in addition to ones he faces in Chicago. Kelly is accused of having sex with minors and paying them to cover it up. He's also accused of having child pornography. If convicted, he could face up to life in prison. It was half a century ago today, 3 American astronauts set their sights on the moon. The Apollo 11 mission is considered one of the greatest achievements in space travel. Today, the Kennedy Space Center remembered the accomplishment. The rocket took off on this day in 1969. 4 days later, a lunar module touched down, and Neil Armstrong became the first person to set foot on the moon. There was Walter Cronkite covering it back on this day in 1969. Now, one of the Apollo astronauts remembered the day.
We crew felt the weight of the world on our shoulders. We knew that everyone would be looking at us, friend or foe.
Astronauts Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin left behind an American flag and a plaque on the moon. NASA hopes to return to the moon by 2024. Officials finally captured an alligator on the loose in a public lagoon in Chicago. It took an expert from Florida to help them. The gator, nicknamed Chance the Snapper, was first spotted last week. Investigators still do not know why the reptile was in Chicago waters, but believe it was someone's illegal pet. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, Facebook locks horns with Congress over its cryptocurrency plan. We'll have more on the social media giant's latest endeavor.
Well, it looks like we'll be adding more rain to the bucket as we head into tomorrow. Notice that we're already almost double what we usually are right around this time of year. I'll have a look at that full forecast and how much rain we're going to see tomorrow coming up in just a few short minutes.